Hey, what's up guys? Going to be doing a oil change on my 2024 IS350 all-wheel drive. This is going to be my third oil change at 3,000 miles. I did the first two at 500 and 1,000. Some may say that's a little excessive, but I went in a rabbit hole, and it's just it doesn't hurt your car. It's better to do it. Might as well. I currently had the car jacked up. I jacked it right here in the middle, and I put my jack stands on the frame rails over there, and I moved the jack over here by the pinch weld, just in case of the jack stands fail, and that will keep the car up. But to do this oil change, you're gonna need a couple things. First of all, you're gonna need your socket set. The oil drain plug is going to be a 14 millimeter. Then you're also going to need a oil filter wrench. It's going to be a 64 millimeter 14 flute. Here you go. And for the oil that I'm going to be using today, it's going to be Pennzoil Ultra Platinum OW20. You can use whatever you like. I chose Ultra Platinum because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I kind of base off of that, of the fact sheets and the additives and detergents that oil has. I would say it's almost second best to AMSOIL, so that's why I'm rocking with Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. I know the older gens had the 2GR FSE, and they rocked 5W30, but my car came with the updated engine, the 2GR FKS, and it's recommended to use OW20. Since I have the all-wheel drive model, it's going to take a little bit more oil. I think it's about 6.8 quarts. Let's go ahead and get started with the job. Another thing I forgot to mention is make sure you don't forget about your drain plug washers. I got them here. Got a couple. Just get it at the dealership, a couple cents. Just good to replace those. Make sure you don't get any leaks. I forgot to also mention about what oil filter I had. The part number is right there. That's what the dealership gave me. But I'm just using OEM oil filter. Should work fine. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on the job. Got the oil pan, got the oil drain pan right here. Just gonna head and slide it under. Make sure it lines up. The oil pan. The oil pan is this right here. Black cover, and the drain bolts right there. Make sure you get lined up. And I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. The engine's still hot, so hopefully I don't burn myself. All right, let's go ahead and take this off real quick. Probably a really bad idea to do this with one hand, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, yeah, that was easy. Okay. Now, let's make sure that lines up. Slowly twisting it off. Okay, I think I'm at the edge, so I'm gonna pull out. Oops, not yet. There we go. Boom, perfect. Little mess, but got that out. And to y'all out there, excuse me, look, that are changing their oil for the first time at home, make sure your washer comes off. Because last time I did it first time, I didn't realize the washer was still stuck to it. But yeah, try to get that off if you can before adding a new washer. But as you can see, oil doesn't look too bad. I mean, this oil only has 2K miles on it, so it's still fresh. The only reason I'm doing it is just for the break-in period, I guess. I mean, the car is already broken in, but I just want to change it, make sure all the metal shavings are out. And if you guys are watching this video and you just heard me say metal shavings, the reason why is brand new cars from the factory, you know, those pistons have to shape itself, and you know it's basically metal on metal contact, because you know parts are not made perfectly exactly every time, so there's going to be some metal on metal contact. And this is why it's really important to change your oil, let's say at 500 miles, or even at 1K, a minimum 1K. Like, that's really important. It's gonna help with that, and helping with your braking period, and make your engine last longer. And you know, I'm not certified or nothing, but this is what I learned. And you know, oil techs online say to change your oil at 500, or minimum at least 1K miles if your car is brand new or the engine's new. But I'm gonna go ahead and let this drain for a bit. I'm gonna go up top, open the hood, and open the oil cap to let it breathe, and hopefully more oil will come out. I'm gonna go ahead and get the washer or the bolt cleaned up with brake clean, and I'll get back when I put everything back together. Alright, just pop the hood. Let's go ahead and open this up real fast. And then I'm gonna loosen up the oil cap, just so it can breathe, and hopefully more oil will come out, because my car is on an incline right now. Or jacked up. But yeah, as it says right here, what oil to use. Make sure you follow your manufacturer's recommendation oil. Let's see how it's draining so far. Slowly dripping. But I guess in the meantime, let's go ahead and get the oil filter cover off. Get your socket. And then this time you're gonna need a 10mm. It's gonna be 3 screws, I believe. 3 bolts. And for the oil pan cover, or excuse me, the oil filter cover, it's gonna be on your driver's side, and you won't miss it. It's gonna be, you see a panel right here. Should be 3 10mm. But let me go ahead and get an extension real fast before I do anything. Let's see here. I got my extension just to make my job a little easier. But it should be 3 bolts. So 1 right here, 1 right here, and 1 right here. Let's go ahead and twist that off. You can use a 10mm, or you can use a Phillips head. Either will work. But I'll get back with you guys when I get this panel off. Alright, I just got the 3 bolts off, and it slides out like that. Looks good. Okay. Okay, yep, looks good. But this is where you're gonna want your oil wrench to get the oil housing out. But I'm going to wait for the oil to finish draining, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and wait and show you guys when I do put back in the drain plug with the washer, and then we'll move on to the oil filter next. Okay, you know, the oil is just slowly dripping now, and there's no point to keep waiting. I got the drain plug and the washer here. I'm just gonna go ahead and screw it back on, hand tight first. Hand tight first, this is the most important thing. You know, you just want to make sure it lines up correctly and you don't cross thread anything. Okay, that's the max I can do. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a napkin, wipe the area real fast. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and tighten it. You want to get your 14 millimeter again. There we go. Move this pan out of my way real fast. Okay. Now, for the most important thing, you want to tighten this wrist tight, nothing more. So and that's the max I can do. Wrist tight only, guys. And don't ask me why I know that. You know, I learned the hard way. Back when I first knew nothing about cars and I did my first oil change, I over tightened the bolt and had to replace the pan from that. But yeah, wrist tight only, and it should be good. You know, I'm gonna spray it down with some brake clean real fast, and then we'll move on to the filter. All right, now we're moving on to the filter. It's kind of hard to record with one hand. I'm gonna put back my 14 millimeter and keep the 10 millimeter to the side. Gonna add my extension back again. Oops. Looks like I need an adapter for the filter. Let's see here. Okay, finally found the adapter. Okay, put that in there. Get the extension on. And then there's these grooves right here. You're just gonna want to line it with the filter, line it up with the filter, and then you can take that filter housing out. Let's see. Show y'all. Okay, you guys see how there's two I don't know what you call it, grooves, I guess, slots. Yeah. Basically, you want to line up the slots with that. Make sure it's fully in. Tight. Okay, perfect. Like just like that. Line it up. Get your pan ready. It's gonna get a little messy. But okay. Pan, drain pan's right under it. Let's go ahead and loosen this up. Sorry guys, I can't really get a good angle on the camera here, but basic stuff, just loosen it up. I'm about to put you guys down. I'll get back with you guys when I have it all. All right, once you get it loose enough to where it starts draining some of the oil and you can twist off by your hand, yeah, just finish the job with your hands. I'm gonna let this drain for a little bit, because if I take it off now, it's gonna make a little bit mess. So I'll wait a couple minutes and I'll come back to you guys. All right, guys, I went ahead and started twisting it off by hand and started letting it drain slowly. It was taking too long, but I got it off. Let's see. see how it looks like. Oops. Make sure that this should not spill. And I'm going to inspect the oil filter and see how my engine is looking. Set that there. Dump the remaining oil out. Clean it with the brake clean here in a second, but let's go ahead and look at the oil filter. You know, it looks really clean. As you can see, there's nothing in between these. From what I see so far, nothing in between at all. So that means my first two oil changes cleared up the engine, removed any floating debris in the engine, and you know, since it's looking good, I'm not too worried. I think I properly broken my engine, and let's go ahead and let's get this housing cleaned up, and then we'll put in a new filter and a new O-ring. So make sure you always change out the O-ring right there. But I'll jump to the part where I get to that. All right, just gave the housing a quick spray down with some brake clean. Let's go ahead and open up the new oil filter. Okay, it's gonna come with this. It's gonna be used for other Toyota Lexus models where you can use that and drain it out, but I'm not gonna worry about that today. Okay, got this brand new filter here. Let's go ahead and put it in. Make sure it's fully seated. And then you got a bag with the gaskets, or the O-ring. Just gonna wanna go ahead and get that big O-ring and slide it around that groove. And use some of that old oil, or dip your finger into the new oil and lube up the O-ring. And then I'll jump to the part where I put it back in. All right. Try to prop you guys up. Got the O-ring oiled up, just a tad bit. And then we'll just replace it back on. Slide it down. Sorry, getting bad angles here, but okay, there we go. Make sure it's in the right groove. There we go. Should be seated. And we'll just repeat the process with the normal oil drain plug. Coffee. Go ahead and move this pan out of the way. Let's see, actually, grab a quick shop towel, clean up the area. Okay, same thing. Hand tight first, make sure it lines up properly. Screw in it by hand. Most of the time, when I do the oil filter, I can get away with just hand tight. Okay, that's hand tight. Cannot move it anymore. But just for peace of mind, it's gonna do just a quick tightening with the wrench, real quick. Probably this time. There we go. Just give it a quick torque. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Usually hand tight's enough. I just did just a tad extra. Don't overdo it, because again, You can strip out the threads really easily on this. Just gonna repeat the process, spray it down with some brake clean real quick, clean up the area, and then we're gonna put the cover back on. Just gotta be careful. Wipe down quick. Make sure everything's clean. Sorry, bad angle. Right now, I would recommend cleaning everything up. Get your dirty towels, get your old stuff out of the way. It's easier. Put that back. Move this out of the way. Start putting back all my tools that I don't need anymore. Let's go ahead and get this cover back on. Give it a little shake, clean it out. Okay. It's gonna go up like this. There's a little notch right here, and it's gonna go into that first. So line it up, push it in, and we'll get the 3 bolts back in. Let's see. Not sure if this is a good angle or not. If you guys can even see anything. Get it started, and I'll finish it with the ratchet. Okay, filter cover is back on. Drain plug is on, and let's go ahead and put in the new oil. All right, guys, got my mess cleaned up, and just got a funnel, cleaned it up with some brake clean, wiped it down, and let's get ready to pour in the new oil. Got a new jug right here, and shake it up. It actually does make a difference. Give it a little shake, make sure all the detergents and additives are mixed up in there. This opened up, fresh crack. Okay, perfect, no foil, makes it a lot easier. So again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, mine model is the all-wheel drive version. So it's going to take 6.8 quarts. And to my peeps out there with the rear wheel drive, yours will only take 6 quarts. So I'm just going to go ahead and just pour this whole jug in there. And that'll be 5 quarts. Then I'm going to finish the remaining 1.8 with that used jug right there. So let's go get started. Okay. Hopefully I don't make a mess here. Should get a clean funnel. And let's get this in. There we go. First jug done. Let that finish out real fast, and then I'll skip to the part where I pour in the last 1.8 quarts. I got the other jug right here. On ground level, it says there's 3 quarts left. So I'm gonna get it down to 2 quarts. The 2 quart mark, and that'll be 1 quart in, and I'll do the 0.8. So let's see. Make sure you're going slow. Don't overdo that. Okay, that was a little half of it in. Okay, that's 0.5 in. Still gotta keep going. Okay. Okay. We are sitting at close to 2 quarts almost. The 2 quart mark, excuse me. Okay, we definitely have 1 quart in there, and now we only need 0.8 left. So this could be very close. Let's see here. 0.5, so I only need to use this and finish off. All right, I'm gonna pour just a little bit more in here. Should be 0.3 left, because I had to even it out with this jug, and I poured some in there, and the amount I poured in there was about 0.5. So we're just gonna do a little bit, check it, and I want the line just to be a little bit below the 2 mark. And let's see, I'm gonna do one more splash and I'm gonna call it good. Let's see how we're looking. Oh yeah, perfect. That should be it. Now this should last me maybe actually looks like 1.8 left, so this will give me another oil. I just need to buy another full 5 quart jug. But then I'm gonna go ahead and put the oil cap back on and bring the car down, and I'll skip to that when I get that done. All right guys, I'm back. Just did some cleaning up, you know, make sure you guys stay organized. Just makes your life a little easier. Got the cap back on. I just moved the jack back to the jack point, which is the center right there. Gonna head and jack it up, take out the jack stands, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop the car and start it up, warm it up for a couple minutes. Then I'll turn it off, and then I'm gonna go check the oil level. The oil dipstick's over here, which is kind of weird. I'm gonna head check up the car real fast. Just enough to get it off the jack stands. Okay. Drop that. Bring it out here. Go on the other side. And drop it. Go. Should be clear of obstructions. Gonna go ahead and drop the car. I'm gonna twist it down here with the handle down here. Oops, gotta be careful. Slower. Shoot, this thing might. Okay. Looks like it's fully down. Slide this out real fast. And then I'm gonna remove my wool chocks. Set that to the side. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started up. Before I get this thing started up, you know, you just want to go back again what you just did. Make sure you did everything and have completed the job before you start it up, because you know you don't want to start the car with no oil in it, or a filter is not in place, or the drain plug is not bolted back in, and everything's gonna go, you know, stuff like that, obviously. So yep, oil plug back in, check. Oil filter back in, check. Put in new oil, check. Oil cap on, check. Car's on the ground, check. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and let the car warm up for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna shut off the car, let it cool down, let the oil come down, and then we're gonna go ahead and check the oil level. But I'll just save you guys from that boring part. Just want to show you guys how to do the oil change on the 2024 IS350 all-wheel drive. I hope this video helps you guys if you guys have never changed your oil, or you don't really know what to do on your Lexus. That's gonna be it for this video. There's gonna be plenty more content coming soon. Some things in the works right now is I'm currently trying to get my car ceramic coated. I'm gonna be taking it to a detailer using pro grade G Technic. Should be like an 8-year ceramic coating. And after that, I'm gonna be doing some things to the car, like lowering springs, wheel spacers, and some lower control on bushings to prevent the inner tire wear. But once I get there, I'll be making a new video about that, and I'll show you guys the process. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video, and stay tuned for more content.